Celebrate the season. I'm Dana Tyler. Over the past 8 months, we've come to have a deeper understanding of the determination and sacrifice of our essential workers. CBS 2's Bauman has the story of 3 generations of a family of MTA employees. You'll see why we are thankful to them and how they are so thankful for each other.
Rick Gonzalez has been an MTA subway conductor in Queens for 3 years.
Come to work, sign in, get on the train, say hello to everybody.
His father, also Rick Gonzalez, has been a subway conductor for 28 years.
I just love that not one trip is ever the same.
And his father, Pedro Gonzalez, was a subway conductor for more than 30 years before retiring.
Sometimes we will pass each other. It's going up, down, I'm going down, down.
Yeah,
and we'll pass next to each other.
And we would just wave to each other.
The subway runs through the Gonzalez family's blood. But this year brought challenges none of them had ever faced.
Back then, you dealt with the high crime problem. And today, you're dealing with a virus.
When the pandemic hit in March, subway ridership dropped 90% with stay-at-home orders in place.
It was very odd because that's the main piece of the job, is you're moving people. Then all of a sudden, all the people are gone.
Pretty much it was doctors, nurses, firefighters, and police officers.
MTA employees became underground and often overlooked essential workers.
At the end of the day, we lost a few good friends, and they'll never be forgotten.
More than 4,000 MTA employees have tested positive for COVID. 128 MTA workers have died from the virus.
And when we lose a train operator or conductor, it's like we lost one of our sisters or brothers, and it was tough. You still feel their presence in the subway.
For months, as friends around them fell ill, as trains became makeshift homeless shelters, and as transit crime began to rise, the Gonzalez father and son kept going back to work day in and day out.
It was like dragging your feet. I always have to tell myself that I'm doing this for my wife, my son, my daughter, and you just got to push through. You really do.
But their constant exposure meant they could not visit their grandfather much of this year.
Use the phone a lot.
Yeah.
Now that they're back together, masks are a necessity, and for the first time in years, all 3 of them will have Thanksgiving off from work.
This Thanksgiving is going to be maybe the one that is going to be the best, because we're all going to get together and we're all going to try to pick up the pieces from this. This was a horror year. We're going to get together. Of course, we're always going to be cautious, and you just have to be grateful that we're still here.
Thankful that at the end of the line, they have each other.
During this COVID-19 pandemic, so many people have been beyond generous, giving their time, their energy, their money to really make a difference. Here's CBS